Welcome back to another episode of Athlete POV. We're sitting down with NIC CARAWAY, Purdue football commit. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, just chilling. Excited to be here.
Of course. I mean, we thank you for your time, but let's get right into it. With Athletic Minds, the biggest, the whole, revolving thing, what it revolves around is motivation, mindset, what the athlete's all about, right? So one thing I want to ask you right away is, what's, the biggest thing, even now, after high school football's coming to an end for you? What keeps you motivated the most?
Man, I want that starting spot. I want to go in and make a major impact as soon as I get there. And most guys, they get too comfortable because they're in the position they are now, and they stop working. But me, I'm still going 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah, and being a 4-star recruit going to Purdue, I mean, right away you're thinking, hey, I want to get on the field. But what are you doing now to make sure you're getting ready for that moment and every moment that's leading up to trying to get that starting spot?
Well, I've switched positions. Usually I'm not very comfortable with the defensive line position, but I'm just getting work in, working out that, getting better hands, getting faster, stronger, just really, and getting more smarter with the game. I'm watching guys in pros, even college, Jeremiah Johnson. I love his game.
Yeah.
Or is it Jermaine Johnson?
Jermaine, I think, yeah. He's about to get drafted tomorrow night. He might even go to my Jets. Unfortunately, Jets.
Yes, sir. Man, well, it's just watching the bigger guys and seeing what they're doing and trying to I won't say copy, but take tips from them and getting better.
Right. And you mentioned how you're switching positions. Is that from linebacker to D end?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, and I know being about, it says 6'3", 240 here. That's right fit. Just think about it like this. You have all the opportunity in the world right now. Going into college, it's all in front of you. And I can say that about so many people to do not just sports, about really just life. Young people us. I'm in college myself, a sophomore. I mean, everything is right in front of us to make an impact, to do whatever we want. Consistency is so key in staying disciplined to what we're on, the path, whatever we want to get to. So now, follow up to that. I mean, why do you think it's important now? You said that, you're not going to settle, not comfortable where you are, but why do you think that's so important to never settle?
Because I feel like if I was to settle, then there's no change. I'll be doing the same thing every day, and guys around me will grow, and I'll still be the same. And nobody wants to be left behind. Nobody wants to be the same. People improve and work on their game and get better as the game continues to change.
Right.
You know how guys go out of the league so fast, 2 or 3 years, because the game changes, and you have to adapt to that change and get better. So if you're not putting that work like these other guys, then you just be the same.
I was just about to say, everything is about adaptation to what, the new thing is. You can say it about sports, how you, guys going every couple of years in and out of the league, but the ones who stay, the ones who are good, they adapt to different moves, what's different schemes, stuff like that. And you can say that about, social media with, algorithms changing for, content creators, or, really just anything that, you have to keep evolving in. As athletes especially, I think it's definitely so important. And I think something that's really important that can stay maybe stagnant in your day-to-day life is maybe a routine, right? So being in school still, what's your high school your morning routine? What's it like before you get to class?
Okay, so I start school at 9:20 every day. Me and my friend Tanner, he's a Texas Tech commit. We go and we either get in weights or we go for a 5-mile jog at 6. And then I come back, I shower, I get ready for school, and then I go to school. I get out around, let's say, 3, and I go put more work in, go to the gym, get weights in, or I go with my trainer, Whitehead.
Sweet. A bunch of things off that. First of all, school starts 9:30 for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
First.
My high school started 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So I guess it's different everywhere, but that was first change there. And then 5 miles is that every day? Every other day? How's that work?
We switch it up depending on our schedules. Because Tanner also works, so sometimes he can get weights in at night, or he can get running in at night, and he can get weights in the middle of the day or something. It's weird, but we switch it up.
Yeah, man. And he's he's defense end too, same guy as you, same position. I meant. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's definitely cool when similar people can combine and really work off each other. And I'm sure you guys make each other better and push each other, right?
Yes, push each other all the time, even when it's always a competition with it.
Absolutely. And now another big thing with like obviously weights are so important, cardio is so important to stay in shape, your endurance. But like the whole other side of that is nutrition, right? How important is nutrition to you?
I'm just keep it honest. My nutrition isn't the worst, but it's not the best. Like I'm not the guy that's like eating like chicken and rice every day. No, but I wouldn't say I eat terrible, like eat that bad. Like I don't really eat hot chips. I don't drink any sodas. Like I hydrate a lot, but I'm not just gonna like just eat chicken
I
and
got
rice.
you. Yeah. I mean, you can't be a robot maybe and stay to the same thing every day. But from everyone, like this is I think episode 49 or 50 with this podcast. Every athlete I've talked to, college, they have like a nutritionist, the whole program, and they're on par with like. So if you're like struggling with that kind of stuff, I'm guarantee you they'll get you right on to wherever they want you to get to, like weight, like body fat mass or something like that. But yeah, I'm sure that'll be all figured out for you once you get to Purdue, and of course, being a Big Ten school, that's top of the line. So I think you're in good hands there in that case, in that sort of thing. But going off of foods now, what do you think some of your favorite healthy foods are that you always try to get in?
I love like wraps, like chicken wraps and all that stuff.
Mm.
It's really like wraps, smoothies. Trying to think. I love pastas. I love salads. I love grilled chicken. It's really things like that.
Yeah, I mean, simple stuff. I mean, I mean, I keep going back to like you being in high school because it's so like I think you're one of the only people that is a commit, right? Not like already in college that I've talked to. So it's a little different to hear like your point of view. How it's a little different, but go another aspect here. Obviously, you guys, how's your high school team? Like, are you guys good?
So we were bad my sophomore year. We were good my junior year, and this year our quarterback broke his leg first game, so we went like 5-6. Ended up losing to Cedar Hill in the playoffs.
What I was leading up to there was in big moments like high school career, maybe even just like lifting weights when you're going for like a PR, right? How do you stay relaxed in like big moments, and what tips of advice could you give to other people?
Like preparing, like before a game, the practice has to be phenomenal. Like you got to practice 10 times harder than you play. Like practice has to be competitive, hard. Like if I'm going for like a PR or something, like in lifting, like you have to practice and build up to that weight. Like try the weight out, make sure you're comfortable with it, and really like gotta keep doing it over and over again. Like when my coach, my old defense coordinator, like we went over certain stuff and we watched certain things that like the mistakes that I would make in practice, so I can fix them in a game, and I'll be smooth.
Preparation is what I'm getting at. If you don't mind me asking, in the weight room, what are some of your numbers? Because you're a big guy. I'm sure it's a big number.
Okay. So right now, my bench is about 320. My squat is about 560, and I clean about 300 as well. So that's really my number.
That's a little not normal. So good job there. I'm sure always room for improvement, as you probably can tell. Stay hungry with hitting more, but that's insane compared to the normal person, compared to really the normal athlete. Really, half the guys probably aren't as big as you in like college level. So be proud of that. That's pretty good. But another thing, you got recognized to go to the All-American Bowl. What does that sort of recognition mean to you?
Man, it was a blessing. That's probably like one of the most special things that like because I wanted to be an All-American ever since I started playing this football stuff, and like I actually have a tweet up. It was like my sophomore year. I was like, "You're gonna see that All-American across my chest," and I went to all these camps. I worked my butt off. Like I'm dominating camps, winning MVPs, and I finally got the opportunity to like win the camp right at the big stage, and I balled, and it was a blessing. Like I was so emotional. It's like wow, but I couldn't let that get to me just yet because I hadn't played the game yet.
Right.
I still had the game to play in, so I ended up going to the game, practicing hard. I moved from linebacker to defensive end. This is my first time ever switching, and I started tearing it up. Like we're going to runs. I'm balling. I'm having fun. I'm just enjoying being around other college guys. Like it's great, like matching with those other personalities and things. It was just. It's amazing. The All-American experience was amazing. We obviously had the game, and we beat the mess out of the East team.
So, another something I want to come on here. What is it like? How does it feel to like accomplish a goal that you had? Because like not a lot of people, like everyone makes goals. A lot of people have goals. Oh, I'm gonna play college football. Oh, I'm gonna lift this amount of weight. But you accomplished a goal that, and you accomplished probably two goals: the All American, get into college, whatever you decided, right? But how does it feel to actually accomplish something that you really set your mind to and you know you worked hard for?
Honestly, I couldn't really say that there's any better feeling. Like just knowing that the hard work pays off, and that if I put my trust in God and my trainers and my family, that things will happen. Like honestly, I didn't expect to go to college. Like I started off bad pretty young, but I locked in. I got around great people, and I started taking the game seriously. And my goals just started reeling in. Like first it was starting on varsity, being that guy, and then it was like getting college offers, getting college scholarships, going to camps, tearing it up. It was just every time, milestone after milestone, I was just tearing them down. And there's no better feeling. Like, and sometimes like I get stuck on one goal, and like sometimes I don't. It was rough. It was rough being stuck on that one goal because I wanted it so bad, but it never came.
What was that? What was that one goal?
Honestly, it was to go to my dream school, but my dream school I already have it now, so we're not gonna talk about it.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's just a blessing to knock down those goals, milestones. There's no better feeling.
Man, it must feel great to really get where you want to be and know that you're also not done yet. Because once you hit one goal, no one ever can say, "Yeah, I did this. I'm happy now." Obviously, there's always more. And a thing I can really relate to that is like looking at people above you that have done what you want, right? So now let's look at some of. We did a little research, my team and I. We found something about you really like Jamal Adams, and he's like your guy. How does his game, how does his like mentality and mindset like relate to what you want to be and what you already are?
Man, Jamal Adams is most hated. Like everybody doubts him. They want to see him fail so bad, but he always prevails. He was a dog at LSU. He was a dog on the Jets. He had a pretty bad season. He's been battling some injuries, but guys, he's still my number one guy. That man can play. I don't care what anyone says, but like I just like his mentality. He's a dog. He's gonna hit you at every play, and like I don't know. I just love the way he plays the game. I love the mentality about him, and I really hope to see bro prevail.
As a Jets fan, it was amazing watching him play. Like, I remember like when the Jets they traded him for 2 first-round draft picks. I mean, hey, a great trade, but that's your All-Pro safety that you just traded, your best player. So originally I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, I was really confused at that point. But first 3 years, like 3 like All-Pro teams. I think it was like first and then 2 seconds or something like that. But ridiculous. As a rookie, he made the Pro Bowl. But obviously, someone to look up to. Also, doesn't get a lot of love or enough love as he should around the league. But definitely someone to look up to in terms of mentality and how he like presents himself. Right. So now, let's do a 180 here. We have some lighthearted questions here. Just fun stuff. Okay. You didn't play football. Couldn't play football. What sport are you playing?
Basketball.
Basketball. Why is that?
Basketball is my first true love. I didn't start playing football until like the 8th grade. I started basketball since I was 6.
Wow.
But those games fell short whenever I was only like 6'3", 6'4".
Only?
Well, you know what I mean. Like most of those guys are like 6'11".
I got you. I'm talking about myself. I'm like 5'10", so I'm like, oh, it must be nice.
We got the short with the stick.
I found my love for after high school sports. I went into business, social media sort of stuff. That's where athletic minds came about. So a different grind, put it that way. So now going off yourself a little bit too. We did a little bit about we found a little bit about yourself on social media, TikTok, a little bit on like Instagram creation, stuff like that. How big does like creating content like is that a thing in your life that you really look forward to? Like, is it a hobby? Like, what is it to you?
Honestly, like social media is just something I do when I'm bored. Like I just be chilling, have some free time, and I just get on social media and do stupid things. But like honestly, I love social media. Like it's a way to like meet new people, get around, advertise yourself, put your name out there, and it has got me multiple opportunities, like posting myself, getting myself out there. Social media is a great thing, but it also can hurt you a lot. Like, because a lot of guys get emotional and they go to social media to say things they shouldn't say. But
Yeah.
Other than that, I think social media is a big positive.
Absolutely. I mean, it can do wonders for businesses. Every business now is social media. If you're not on social media, it's like irrelevant, you know? Just a good outreach platform. Anyway, next, if you could go to dinner with two people, who are you going with? Where are you going? What are you ordering?
That's a good question.
We ask this to everybody.
Like just anybody in the world?
Yeah, two people.
Kyrie Irving and maybe Kevin Hart.
Okay. Why do you say that? Why them?
Kyrie Irving, I want to pick his brain a little bit. I want to see, like, because he battles a lot of mental problems, like they say he does. But I want to pick his brain and see why he says some of the things. And he's always been like one of my favorite players growing up. And Kevin Hart, he's just hilarious. Like, who wouldn't want to go to dinner with him? And I would say we'd probably go to maybe like an Italian restaurant, or maybe go get like sushi or something. I don't know.
You think sushi fits in their diet?
Probably. Well, especially Kyrie. Kyrie seems like a sushi type of guy.
Sushi type of guy.
Yeah, he seems like a sushi type of guy.
Aside from Jamal Adams, who would you say are some of your guys that you think you replicate your game after?
Von Miller. I feel like I play a lot like Von Miller. Like the quick first step, strong hands. Who else? I can't really name a lot of guys that I think I play after, but I watched a lot of Von Miller's tapes, and I feel like I best fit his like player role. Like we're about the same size as well. I think he's like 6'3", 250 as well, like somewhere around there. Quick feet, so I would say Von Miller.
Solid. I actually have a Von Miller signed poster in my room. He was one of my favorites too.
He actually went to A&M. That's the town I live in.
Yeah. I remember that 2011 draft class was insane. It was like Cam Newton, Julio Jones, Vaughn, J.J. Watt, Luke Kuechly. Like Luke might have been the year after. I'm not sure, but I remember that class was like crazy. All right, yeah. Last thing that I want to just say, like, wanting to see what you have to say. With high school athletes now, everyone doesn't really get to the next level, right? What advice would you give like incoming freshmen or like high school athletes really trying to take the next level? Like, what advice would you give to people like that?
I'm gonna just keep it straightforward. Like, a lot of guys worked harder than me earlier on, and it's because I really wasn't really interested in football. So for those guys who are smaller, like me, I was blessed to be like with size. You can't teach that. A lot of guys who are smaller, I say, man, just keep fighting. Like I have a teammate who's going to A&M right now. He's a small, undersized receiver, but he's the hardest worker I know. Like just keep fighting, keep pushing, keep don't stop working, and don't give up on your dreams. And if you want to go to that next level, you got to take it harder than anybody you know. Don't go out partying, trying to fit in with everybody. Just be yourself, handle your business, and God will make a way for you.
Absolutely, man. Couldn't have said that better. Like, you got to be a hard worker. There's no way to say it another way. You have to, put in the time, and you have to get where you want to be. It's not that hard. I mean, it is hard, obviously, but it's not hard to, like find another way. That's the only way, You can't make up for time. So
Thanks.
I want to thank you for coming on. I thank you for your time. I'm sure our audience got a lot out of this, of what you're all about, your mindset and stuff like that. So thank you again, man. It's been great talking to you, and can't wait to see what you guys do at Purdue. We'll definitely be in touch, and we'll keep track.